Steve Lavaroni from the SI Alumni Office here. This 2020 winter and spring, we have a number of fun events for alumni, parents, and friends. The Downtown Business Lunch with guest speaker Darren Criss from the SI class of 2005 will take place on Friday, February 21st at the Fairmont Hotel. Darren is an Emmy and Golden Globe winning actor for his leading role in the assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story. He has appeared on Broadway, in film, and in the television series Glee. Buy your tickets now. On Saturday, March 7th, the annual trip to spring training will take place in Scottsdale. After a continental breakfast, we head to Scottsdale Stadium to see the Giants take on the Chicago White Sox. We have an incredible hotel room block at the Saguaro, VIP club seats, and an unbeatable price. Sign up now, only a few tickets left. This year, the school, the alumni, and the community will celebrate our most exciting SI holiday so far, Giving Day. Mark your calendars for April 30th, where we are asking the community everywhere to wear your SI gear out that day. And share any fun stories that occur on social media. Use the hashtag #WildcatsInTheWorld. Please consider making a donation and supporting our community on or before this day. Saturday, June 6th will be the return of the all-class reunion on the SI campus. This year, we will have a format that is friendly for alumni from all decades. And watch for a future announcement of the return of the Alumni Golf Tournament. For more information about these and other events, go to the alumni page at siprep.org/alumni. Go Cats!
St. Ignatius College Preparatory is a Catholic Jesuit school serving the San Francisco Bay Area since 1855. Through a rigorous and integrated program of academic, spiritual, and co-curricular activities, St. Ignatius challenges its students to lead lives of faith, integrity, and compassion. Students are enriched by a diverse and loving Christian community and are called to become lifelong learners who develop their individual talents for the greater glory of God. With a commitment to intellectual excellence, leadership, service, and justice, we strive to be men and women for and with others, responding courageously to the opportunities and challenges of our time. Courage to lead, passion to serve.
Hello, I'm Bill Gotch, Director of Summer Programs at St. Ignatius. We have exciting things planned for you this summer. SI Summer Programs are proud to offer multiple sports camps from basketball to baseball, football, volleyball, and even badminton. We also run a middle school during the summer for rising 6th graders, 7th graders, 8th graders, and 9th graders. Some of our activities and camps include cooking camp, engineering, robotics, and even photography, as well as many more popular camps. For more information, visit us at siprograms.com. Registration dates for all camps and academic programs begin on February 4th.
Hello, I am SI Performing Arts student Margaret Dresselhaus, class of 2020, and here's your winter and spring 2020 SI Performing Arts calendar. On January 24th, it's the SI Performing Arts Festival, showcasing our programs to a school-wide assembly in McCullough Gym. On January 31st, in the Choral Room, it's the SI Piano Recital. On March 5th and 6th, in Wiegand Theater, it's the Cabaret Showcase, celebrating the youth of Broadway. On March 26th through April 4th in Bannon Theater, it's the annual spring musical, Pippin. This Tony Award-winning musical follows a performance troupe's story about a young prince on his search for life's meaning and significance. Following the spring musical, it's the visually dynamic senior dance showcase on April 23rd and 24th in Wiegand Theater. And on April 29th and May 1st in Bannon Theater, it's the Spring Pops concert, featuring the SI Orchestra, Jazz Band, and choirs. For more information, additional performances, and tickets for all events this winter and spring, log on to siprep.org and click on Arts. That's siprep.org and click on Arts. Plus, don't forget to follow us on our new YouTube channel to see past performances and live streaming of our shows. Just search for SI Performing Arts. That's SI Performing Arts on YouTube.
Well, everyone, welcome back to SI Sports Network here on JB Murphy Field. Game two of our doubleheader. The dust has barely settled from the Wildcats girls' win, 1-0 over Sacred Heart Cathedral. Now it's the boys' turn, getting ready to square off here on 37th Avenue. I'm Kevin Buckley, along with Santino Rocchio. Teams just about taking the field now and are getting started here. A rematch from the game held on January 22nd over at Beach Chalet, in which the Wildcats defeated the Irish in a very exciting game. Looking to do the same thing here at home. Each team's in their respective huddles at this time. We mentioned the girls' game. Those of you who just joined us, the girls defeated the Irish 1-0 with a goal within the last 5 minutes or so of the game. That was tied 0-0 for just about the whole contest up until the end there. Just about ready to go here. The ball in the middle of the field. For the Wildcats, that's Reed Polino, the senior. We just celebrated Senior Day down on the field. John Mulcairn serving as the Master of Ceremonies, the longtime athletic director here at St. Ignatius. We are underway, kicking left to right of the Wildcats. It'll go out of bounds here for the Irish. Kean Jones throws it in there. Chance for the Irish here near the corner. Junior Kean Jones over to retrieve it. We'll toss it in.
I believe the playoffs start next week for the soccer team, and what's called the Wildcats are currently, I believe, 6-6, so a 500 record. Sacred Heart Cathedral has, I believe, only lost 2 games here for soccer.
That's right. We have the boys soccer seeding meeting coming up on Thursday the 20th at 4 o'clock. That's when all the teams will determine where and when they're going to play. Irish still attacking on the Wildcat side of the field. Josh Bistigal with it now. Passes over to Nathaniel Head. Nathaniel Head again defended there by the Wildcats' Bruno Chapman. Effort to kick it away there by the Wildcats' Luca Ornstill. Nice save there by the Wildcats' goalkeeper. First shot on goal of the game belongs to the Irish, and a nice diving save there by the Wildcats.
Overall, I thought Sacred Heart Cathedral had some good ball movement down there. Unfortunately, they weren't able to execute, but here come Wildcats on attack.
Jack Shelley in at the goal there for the Wildcats. They'll be headed out of bounds there by the Irish, Kean Jones. Tossed in here by Tim Powell, the senior. Wildcats looking to keep possession of it. It's going to go out here, out off the Irish. On the side here, Luca Ornstill will kick it in. Zach Thomas, and the goalkeeper for the Irish, as he often has been this season. Fight for it on the side there. The flag is up. Looks like it's going to go against the Irish. That was Mazzamilano Diante for Sacred Heart Cathedral. Going to be a push off of the Wildcats that time. I believe they called that one on Stuart Dios. Here, the Irish the other way.
Yeah, I noticed Stewart was grabbing his wrist of some sort. Looked like, I don't know, he had some pain of some sort. And now he seems back fine, running normally. Sacred Cathedral now it's ball. Back to the Wildcats.
Connor Coyle kicks it right to Stuart Dios that time. Killian Folan on the other side for the Irish. That one's going to go out. It was Killian Folan who scored that big goal down at Bellarmine a couple Saturdays ago on the 24th. Irish were down 1-0 in that game for the majority of that contest. Then in the 77th minute, Killian Folan scored to tie the game 1-1, and that's how the game ended up, the 1-1 tie. Alex Bonville the other way for the Irish trying to kick it out. Tim Powell playing real good defense there for the Wildcats. Tim Powell's been doing that a lot this season. He's a valuable defender.
Yeah, that was a good read on his part. Let the ball go out of bounds, knowing that the goalie had the ball, and now kick it out.
Left-footed kick there by Shelley.
Nice ball.
It's a 2-on-1 here. Phil Lobby had it for the Wildcats. Give credit for the Irish on the defense. Devin McNamara Pittler. Other side, Irish looking for a foul. They're not going to get one. Now here's a whistle, and it's like Irish defender there lost his shoe. That's Nathaniel Head. Right shoe came off. Tim Powell's going to have some words with the official, then walk away.
Yeah, very physical defense so far in this game.
I think that's what both coaches like to see. Alan Downey, the head coach for St. Ignatius. Mike McNeil in his third year for Sacred Heart Cathedral. Ellis Brenneman for the Irish. Give me one bounce to the goalkeeper. Another stop there for Jack Shelley. It's a high kick and go towards the out-of-bounds line. Irish look to regain possession there, but it's the Wildcats. Sam Corvey gets there first. Cameron Falabi's going to go out there. The Irish say they have it. The Wildcats say they have it. Going to be a Wildcat possession here near the goal line. Another good chance to score here for St. Ignatius. Let's see it. Tim Powell throws it in. Moving to about the 25-yard line on the football field here. Irish with it on their side of the field. Going left to right, Devin McNamara Pittler hits it, and it's going to be another Wildcat possession here. Wildcats wasting no time getting this one back into the field of play. Devin McNamara Pittler runs it down. Goalkeeper Zach Thomas hits it away onto 38th Avenue.
They kicked that ball way over that fence.
In most baseball games, they warn people not to park too close to home plate in case a foul ball gets errant and goes through a window. Usually not much need for it in soccer, but right there, that ball did clear right out of J.B. Murphy Field over Jack Wilson track. There'll be another kick from the corner here. And speaking of baseball, as many Wildcats fans know, the annual Bruce Mahoney baseball game will be March 28th at Oracle Park at 12:05 first pitch time, and that's the battle for the trophy with the sports currently sitting at one game apiece. There's the corner for the Wildcats. Headed away by the Irish there. Ellis Brenneman did well to get some on it. Wildcats still going to attack here.
Nice.
Chance to score. Give credit for the Irish there on a nice save.
That was a nice pass that the Wildcats had there. Unfortunately, they weren't able to turn out anything from it.
Sure was.
On the corner kick again.
Wildcats were all over that one, and they're going to try for another here. Softer kick this time, going to be hit away back where it came from. Luca Orn still with it. Now going to be in the hands of Zach Thomas, the Irish goalkeeper. It's going to be a big, powerful kick away. That one went probably about 60 yards. Up to the other side. Now the Irish with a chance. That's Emilio Donati. Kicks it into the hands of Jack Shelley.
Number 14 of the Irish showed he has some wheels, so I wouldn't be surprised if they give him the ball again and have him run on the field, as he can prove that he can run fast.
That's Massimiliano Donati, and you are right, he could run up the field pretty darn quick. Here's the other way. Strong kick, Devin McNamara Pittler for the Irish. Wildcats regain control here for the moment. Luca Ornstill passes it to his right. Be taken away there from the Irish. We'll go the other way here. Alex Bonneville with it. Pass across the field. A little bit too much leg on that one. Back to the Wildcats. In the 10th minute here on J.B. Murphy Field, 0-0 is your score.
Yeah, both sides have been showing that they can, threatening, putting some good drives together. Just unfortunate either side cannot score.
Tim Powell throws that one in off the leg of Devin McNamara Pittler. Looks like it got the body there of Reed Polino, graduate of St. Cecilia. Goes out of bounds. It'll be an Irish ball. Kean Jones tosses that one in. Nathaniel Head to Ellis Brenneman for the Irish. We'll go back the other way here after a nice ball there by Zach Rich for the Wildcats. Back the other way here.
Nice
Wildcats
cross.
threatening. Zach Thomas with a nice save there to prevent a goal for the Wildcats. Kean Jones quickly the other way. Ellis Brenneman controls it at around the 40. Pass it back, Devin McNamara. Pittler. Wildcats still playing very strong defense there. Luca Orn still guarding Alex Bonville. He's a known threat for the Irish. Connor Coyle's going to have that one knocked away, but Irish still control it for the moment. Back to midfielder. He's going to kick back to the goalie here, Zach Thomas. Irish looking to get into their rhythm here and not going to rush any shots on goal.
Yeah, the Irish taking it very slow. Do a nice job just passing the ball back and forth. Seems like they're just trying to build something up.
Certainly a very patient team. Like the other way, Alex Bonville. Going to be a foul on him. Joining us here in the broadcast is Brian Rhodes, an SI soccer coach and teacher. Brian Rhodes, how you doing?
Doing great. Good to be here today.
Yeah, what an excellent day we have out here at J.B. Murphy Field.
Ellis Brenneman's going to get a kick here for the Irish. Been a pretty good year for these two teams, huh, Brian?
Yeah, it's been a great year especially for Sacred Heart. They've made a good push this year and climbing the table and are threatening to do something historic. I believe this would be their first title, but they're 3 points behind, so they need this one.
Absolutely. Here's right side by the Irish. Nice shot there by Kean Jones and a great block from Jack Shelley and the Wildcats. Yep, that's right. Since joining the WCAL back in the 70s, the Irish have never had a outright or even a shared possession of a WCAL title, and they were in first place for a while the early part of the year. They were the last remaining team without a loss. Then their first loss of the year came at the hands of these very Wildcats, January 22nd over at Beach Chalet.
That was a great game by the Wildcats. 2 fantastic goals to win that one. I think the league was surprised.
Yeah, they sure were. I think the Irish were surprised, too. The Wildcats scored within the first couple minutes of that game, so it was 1-0 for just about the whole first half. Irish came back in the second half to tie it 1-1. And before you could blink, the Wildcats were back in the goal. It was 2-1. That ended up being the final.
And a late PK for the Irish, which was questionable, I believe, but justice prevailed, and Wildcats held on.
You're right. Give that penalty kick with about maybe 7 or so minutes to go, and then the Irish had a couple chances there. They had some big shots at the goal, and Wildcats defense did very, very well to hang on and win that one 2-1.
I was standing down there on the goal line, and I couldn't see anything on that push for the PK. I talked to a lot of players. They didn't know what it was called either. That's just the way it goes sometimes in these big games.
Absolutely. Some game of inches. At that game, it was nice to see 2 old faces for both schools. The longtime head coach for the Wildcats, Rob Hickox, 20-plus year head coach for the Fightin Irish, Bill Krieger. 2 of them battled it out many, many times over the years. Here are the Irish. Looked like Nathaniel Head there got the ball on that one.
It was a good ball in the box. Unlucky for their Irish there. Guy didn't think it was coming that fast.
Go the other way here for the Wildcats. Left footed kick again. It's going to get out to about the midfield line. Zach Thomas gets it back for the Irish. See if we get control of this one. Irish for the moment. Ellis Brenneman battling it out there with Luca Orn still.
A good ball.
I think they're across the field, but one there for the moment for the Irish to keep it in bounds. Going to be Nate Head does keep it in. Going to have a whistle here and a dead ball. Go the other way.
It seems like the Irish seem most threatening when they have their long possession of just passing the ball, and then they hand pass that ball and let 14 run, use his legs, and then they can open up a cross of some sort. That's where I think the Irish are going to have the most success today.
Irish had that one out of bounds. That was Connor Coyle, brother Danny Coyle from the class of 2017, also a soccer player for the Irish. Toss in here, Tim Powell.
Ooh.
Reed Polino, that one's going to go out.
Should be on the ground there.
Reed Polino and Connor Coyle fought for that one. Luca Orensteel's going to chase that one down and toss it in.
I think he put it on the ground there. I think he called the foul. Let's see what he's calling. Yeah, he got a wall there.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, Reed Polino can create some difficulty for the Irish. He is a scrappy, very smart player. And this is where the Wildcats are dangerous on set pieces. That's how they scored last time against the Irish, and they get numbers in the box. Watch for something here. Good ball.
Kick in.
Ooh. What a save by the keep.
Nice save there by the Irish, Zach Thomas.
What a fantastic ball.
We'll do it again here on the opposite side. Luca Orensteel's going to go chase that one down.
Ooh,
kick
goal.
in the middle,
Nice
and there's
shot.
a goal there off the head of Reed Polino, and a goal for the Wildcats puts them up 1-0.
Wow, he sat there all alone. But what a ball again. Fantastic service that they're providing. That's where they're so dangerous.
The Wildcats are the first to break through, and they finally break through after some threats there. So in the 22 minutes to go here in the first half, 1-0 St. Ignatius.
Yeah, the Wildcats definitely proved in those two corner kicks that they had that's their strong side. They can put a nice ball up there. Let's some attack men do some headers and put the ball in the back of the net. Very nice job.
Entering the field now for the first time in the game is number 16, Dylan Rogers, one of the stars for the Fightin Irish soccer team.
I can't help to notice, but on senior days, is how nicely everyone decorates the bleachers. Always field players get the flowers or whatever other gifts that they receive. Very nice job. I think it just shows how nice the teammates are as well. They're taking care of the seniors. This is the last year that they get to play this amazing game.
Totally. It's a special moment for them.
Makes for a nice ambiance, absolutely. They're the Irish trying to get that one back. Alex Bonville, left side to Donati. Shot on goal there, goes wide to the left. Approaching 20 minutes to go here in the first half. Wildcats with a newfound 1-0 lead. Boy, Reed Polino was in perfect position for that one, wasn't he?
He was. Back post, just waiting for a ball that was weighted perfectly to him.
They give credit on the kick there, Luca Ornstill, and then Reed Polino did with it exactly what was designed.
I'd like to watch how the Irish lost him in that shuffle again on a replay, because he must have faked going front post and just drifted to the back. But he is a presence up there. He will make the Irish pay.
Absolutely.
It's always impressive to watch a player who's aware of what's going on in the game and then actually can execute what the team needs, which always was fun to watch.
Yeah, his positioning, finding out where he needs to be, and just to pressure the Irish. And his teammates find him. I mean, he's got that sort of gravitas out there. They're constantly looking for him.
It seems like he's built that trust with his teammates that he's pretty much telling them, I'm going to be here and I'm going to score.
Exactly. And that's what you want on the team. I mean, that's how great teams are built.
Here the Irish on this side, Ellis Brenneman. Other side, Devin McNamara, Pittler. Irish looking to get him going in this game. We'll see what kind of a difference Dylan Rogers makes now that he has entered the field.
Seemed like a funny kick there, because it seemed like it was supposed to go to the goalie, but unfortunately it went about far right.
Yeah, did not do what he intended. Here we go again. Here we go.
Nice.
There it is. What a hit. Ooh.
Oh, right to the keeper. That was Stewart, looks like.
Stewart Dios on that one. Yeah, right into the hands of Zach Thomas. Got a pretty good leg on that one, but Irish goalkeeper there to block it. It's the other side, maybe a bit of an overkick on that one. Detlin Patenker on that for the Wildcats. Ooh. Other side here, Dylan Rogers.
Nice stop.
Stopped there by Tim Powell. Tim Powell's having himself a pretty nice day. Corner coil to Dylan Rogers, out to Ellis Brenneman, guarded there by Dios. Luke Oren still has it now for Wildcats. Passes over to Reed Polino. Right side, there's Zach Rich with it now for the Wildcats. Now back the other way to the Irish. Declan O'Flynn controls it now.
Nice ball there by the Wildcats.
Nice play there, going left to right. Be a stop there. Wildcats want to call there, and looks like they're going to get it.
Yeah, they do.
Well, Coach Rhodes, are you a graduate here at St. Ignatius?
No, I am not. But I played in the league for a few years,
Oh,
so
you
I
did?
know it well.
Okay.
From the other Jesuit school down south.
And are you St. Mary's College? Is that right?
I am, yes. Graduated there in '03.
Go Gales.
Fun to watch them do very well now.
Yeah, they're having themselves a pretty good program. And what year for this is you at St. Ignatius?
Number 11.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You've seen some pretty good teams in your time here.
Yeah, I think 5 league championships in 11 years, if I'm not mistaken. 2 early on in 2000, back-to-back 3 titles, 2009, 2010, 2011, or something like that. And then, again, another 3 titles these past 3 years. So they've done really, really well.
Here's a corner kick by the Wildcats.
There you go.
Head's
That's
gonna
the
go
Wildcat special.
Just wide there over the goal there by, looked like Reed Polino. Might have been Zach Rich.
Yeah, Luca has got a fantastic ball that he can lay in, that it's going to be dangerous and cause Irish problems today. He's got good vision, too, watching him spray the ball in the midfield, springing guys forward.
Yeah, real high soccer IQ for him.
Yes.
We're talking about that team, the 2018 team that won WCAL, CCS, and NorCal. Won that CCS championship down in Santa Clara on a Friday night in February.
Yeah, past 3 years, those teams have been fun to watch. Just very lethal in their attack, organized in their back, and they were very disciplined. Played some great soccer. It's fun to come out and watch.
The Wildcats going to toss it in here. It's Tim Powell.
It's always helpful when you have a good varsity team, because in the JV and freshman team, watch these older players execute, make some good plays, win games, and this makes you want to be part of that team.
Exactly. They build on that success. There's an expectation.
There's Dylan Rogers. Now Ellis Brenneman for the Irish.
Nice save.
Nice save there. Diving while doing so for Jack Shelley. Having himself a nice day. Approaching 14 minutes to go here in the first half. 1-0, St. Ignatius leads Sacred Heart Cathedral. Killian Fullen looks to gain control for the Irish. Connor Coyle passes to his left. The teammate Devin McNamara-Pittler now back to Connor Coyle. Pass over to Dylan Rogers, going to be intercepted there nicely by the Wildcats. Well done, Reed Polino there to take it away from Rogers.
Nicely done. Yeah, Sacred Heart does a nice job building it up, keeping possession, and then it's at that next pass as they look to get into the offensive third. They're going to make things happen, but SI has done a nice job to just let them play, let them knock it around, and then they sit where they need to be to prevent anything dangerous from coming in.
Jack Bogazuski throws that one in for the Wildcats. So go out to St. Ignatius. They're going to continue to attack here. Well, the Wildcats are not letting up on the Irish.
No, they're feeling good today. They're gaining some confidence. I think they're going to get better as this game goes on.
It's the other way here, going to be kicked to the goalie by Kean Jones.
Short kick there.
Dylan Rogers now for the Irish. Double team Rogers for a moment, then he backed away, pass to Jones. Kean Fuller now with it, still on the Wildcat side of the field. Dylan Rogers gets to cross to Brenneman. Brenneman to Bonneville now.
Oh, here we go. Mikey Harrison in. Can you do something?
Ooh.
Oh, barely.
Well done.
Be a corner there, and that one just went from one post to the other on the goal and flitted ever so slowly to the out-of-bounds line.
That's twice Sacred Heart's lost it in the same area of the field, and SI is just reading there, predicting what they're going to do and counterattacking quickly and being dangerous.
Absolutely. It's the other side now. Irish Dylan Rogers to Bonneville. Back to Rogers. Irish looking to get some sort of rhythm here. They have not been able to get anything going thus far. Wildcats defense has been pretty solid. Declan O'Flynn passes over to Rogers, inside to Bonneville, back out to Fullen. Fullen tries to keep it in here. He's being guarded there by Joseph Patino. They go off Patino out of bounds.
Irish are doing a good job getting numbers in the box. You know, there's three. They're surrounding each other, but their final touch, finding that shot, is where they need to develop something to be dangerous. SI is making them predictable, and that's exactly what you want. Makes your goalie confident, makes your defense confident, gives you an edge up.
Yeah, nice job for the Wildcats and not giving in and not making the mistakes that Sacred Heart's looking for, so that Sacred Heart will capitalize off those little errors of just maybe missing a man or just let them get a little extra pass in.
So it's going to go out. Irish ball again here. Here is Brenneman to throw it in. Before he does, it'll be Kean Jones going to toss this one back into play.
These long throws are always dangerous, create chaos in the box. Look at that throw.
Inside, nice headed away there by the Wildcats. That was Zach Rich got his dome on that to buck it away.
Well, this is Sacred Heart's first time really threatening the goal right now. Mostly it's just been them driving on the field and then just giving up the ball. And now they actually are putting up a nice long possession, keep having some corner kicks, and some throw-ins. See if they can put something up.
Absolutely, Santina. This is the longest it's been on the Wildcat side of the field in a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Irish again. High corner. This one's going to be headed over the goal that time. Looked like it was Declan O'Flynn. So we'll switch gears and go the other way.
Irish also had a nice job with that corner kick. Like they definitely show that they have the same caliber as St. Ignatius does in those corner kicks.
Here's Jack Shelley with the left foot. Will kick it back to his team. It's right around the midfield where the Irish are going to knock it back to their side momentarily.
Sorry, we got this. I'll go back to his keeper, and
Zach
Send it
Rich.
long. Ooh.
She's down. That one's going to be blocked.
More dangerous than I thought.
He got back there pretty quick.
Yeah, he did.
Those are always scary to watch, just being up here as well. You just can't see if that's actually going to go back into the goal. Always gives me a heart attack.
Yeah.
That was Declan O'Flynn there that got in front of it. And fortunately for the Wildcats, just hit it a few feet to the left of that goalpost.
Well, one by Evan there. I think those midfield battles are going to determine this game, which midfield's going to put their stamp on it. And right now, SI, I would say, is winning that battle. It's being a little more scrappy, challenging everything, and not letting the Irish build up.
Absolutely. David McNamara, Pittler passes back over to Connor Coyle. Cross midfield here. That's the Wildcat. Cyclin Patenker gets his foot on it. The corner there. The Irish are hoping for a call. Not going to get it.
It put some life into the crowd right there.
Those tackles on the sidelines are always dangerous for officials, right? Crowd gets going. They've got to keep it under control. Make sure it's not what the crowd seems to think. Peter Mahoney coming in, I believe.
Peter Mahoney, number 16.
Here he goes. Look at that speed. All right, pressure him.
To the Irish goalkeeper, to Connor Coyle. Still,
There
Wildcats
it is.
going to be
Right back to
threatened
us.
here.
Here we go.
Back to Reed Polino. Dylan Rogers will take that one away. Declan Patenker gives chase.
It's always nice to watch a 16 there made a bad pass, but he stays in there, doesn't put his head down, and keeps fighting to make sure he gets that ball back for his team.
A fast sequence there.
It's going to be interesting. The 16, he's the guy that needs to put his stamp on the game, and we'll see if that gets him a little bit more charged because he's a dangerous player.
There it was right there. Dylan Rogers right into the hands of Jack Shelley. Dylan Rogers has not played the first 15 or so minutes of this game. Then after that goal, he came in for the Irish.
Here he goes again. Yeah, I think he's the engine of this team.
Absolutely.
So much goes the way he goes.
Dylan Rogers also played football for the Irish.
Ooh.
Very close there.
Off the head of Declan O'Flynn, just to the left of that goal post again. Both teams kind of held their breath on that one. The Wildcats living dangerously right now, but getting through it. Still have a 1-0 lead inside 6 minutes in this first half.
Yeah, I think the more the Irish can build up down the flanks and get some crosses in, they're going to be dangerous, and that's where we're going to need to make them predictable of coming down the middle. We'll see how that develops. Ball's it. That was in.
Then back the Irish way now. Now Dylan Rogers back to the Wildcats side. Bonneville with it, passes
Nicely done.
to his
That was
right.
nice defense there.
Connor Coyle gets in the way of that one. David McNamara Pittler will pass it back to Zach Thomas. Zach Thomas to Connor Coyle. Up top, Declan O'Flynn right in the middle of the field. Good defense there by Luca Ornstill. Luca Ornstill having himself a great game.
Yeah, he is. He's breaking up that midfield, making the Irish really work.
Killian Folan passes out to Nathaniel Head. On the inside, more good defense there by the Wildcats.
The Irish have continually been threatening this SI goal. It's unlike anything I've seen so far in this half.
Yeah, they're picking up the pace, trying to get one inside these 5 minutes so they can go into half, evening the score.
Here's a corner kick coming from Alex Bonneville.
Playing short.
Going to be a short game here.
That's not the ball that he wanted, but it was nicely done.
Good attempt there by Killian Follen. He is a proven scorer for the Irish, but at that time got the left leg and hoisted it up over the goal far too high.
That full volley off a high floated ball is a tough one to come away with. Like the effort. Jack Shelley's going to drain a little bit of time here. Let these seconds wind down.
That's key for the Wildcats, not letting Sacred Heart or Irish score here, because that'll just give them extra momentum coming out of halftime.
Exactly. You want to go into half having the lead.
For sure.
It's always the most dangerous time. Soccer players knows that. Beginning, first 5, last 5, you got to be super disciplined. After that 40 minutes, you're a little tired, a little winded. Take a play off, and that's when dangerous things happen. So we got to be on here and have another long throw.
Get this throw in. Dylan Rogers out in front, but it's over
nice
his
throw.
head out to Bonneville. So it's going to go out of bounds. We'll go the other way. Again, very nice lockdown defense there by St. Ignatius. Approaching 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 1-0 Wildcats lead, courtesy of goal by Reed Polino in the 18th minute.
Machine Murphy's just come onto the pitch. Same with Bruno Chapman. They're freshmen, 2 young guys who've done well for the Wildcats. I know Bruno's had 2 big goals this year. I know Sheen's always dangerous. Good to see those guys on the field.
Good news for the Wildcats, some young guys coming up.
Yes, they have some young players who have done really well. That JV team had a nice season this well too. There's some excellent talent they got coming up the pipeline.
If I'm the coach, it gives me hope. It's just knowing that that freshmen and young players are able to compete at this varsity level.
Yes.
Very quick turnaround there. Seems where Irish thrive is just those quick taps and just giving the players back, giving them back with the ball, and that's where they seem very dangerous.
It was Declan O'Flynn there, passes inside. Nice breakaway there by the Wildcats. Luca Orn still got a piece of that one to knock it out. Another chance for the Irish here. Clock is stopped at 2 minutes, so inside 2 minutes here in this first half. Here comes the corner. Ball goes a little far. Declan O'Flynn's going to chase it down. Guarded there nicely by Curtis Robinson for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think that's going our way. Grabbed his jersey, pulled him down.
He sure
Nicely
did.
done. Great pressure.
Connor Coyle there gets called for it for the Irish.
Referee keeps looking at his watch, which means there is not much time. He might give an extra minute.
We're getting close here to the break. Bruno Chapman fighting for it down there with Kean Jones.
Says 1 minute left. He's signaling to the teams.
It's where Wildcats have the best defense of the half right now, just ensuring that they do not let Sacred Heart come near the goal, or if they do, let's make sure they do not score.
Maybe we can get one right here. Oh, going the other way. Unlucky turnover. The boys weren't quite on the same page.
They'll spread him into Nathaniel Head there. Dylan Rogers out to his left.
This kid's good on the Irish 6. He makes things happen. Yep, he's got a corner.
Jonah Besitko here at the corner with less than a minute to go here. Possibly the final chance for the Irish.
See what kind of ball he can drive in. These last two have been floated. too far up into the 18. He wants to put it about the 6, between the 4 and the 6, away from Jack Shelley and to one of his teammates. That's a little too high. It's not the ball he wanted. I'm not sure if that's a design play, but that's twice they put the ball there. The referee's going to blow his whistle on this ensuing goal kick, I presume. Yes.
There we go.
There it is. Halftime here at J.B. Murphy Field. 1-0 the Wildcats lead the Irish on the goal from Reed Polino at the 18th minute. We will step aside and be back shortly for the second half of action here on 37th Avenue on the campus of St. Ignatius.
Do you
Do you know SI?
you know SI?
Do you know SI?
Do you know SI?
I chose SI because it's a high school community that everybody's excited to be in.
SI is the kind of place you don't have to choose between being an athlete and an actor.
Kids that do arts, kids that do sports can really be friends.
We're all so different, and we celebrate that.
Everyone together, no matter who you are, is so enriching to be with people that have the same love for your school as you do.
The stuff that you learn here isn't just math and science, it's how to be a better person.
I think a lot of Jesuit values have helped me, even though I'm not a Catholic person. Jesuit is being with and for others.
Helping each other discover our common humanity, pushing each other to be our best selves. That's why SI is so great, is because we use that Jesuit mindset.
Jesuit is being open to growth. High school is definitely trial and error.
Being able to try new things or experience new things.
You have many opportunities to become a new person and really express yourself.
Jesuit is being intellectual.
The things you're learning in the classroom, you're fully encouraged to take out into the world and to apply to your personal experience.
Jesuit is being religious.
Our motto is finding God in all things.
It's about finding a way to be connected to God that's unique to you.
Jesuit is being loving.
It all starts with finding yourself and loving yourself.
No one's left behind. Everyone has a place.
Jesuit is being committed to justice.
I am so grateful for what I have, and now I want to help the world. So if it does improve and progress.
Jesuit is being called to leadership.
Leadership is not really about the roles, the names, the titles that you're given.
I think SI provides a lot of opportunities for students to lead, whether they feel like they're the outspoken leadership type or they don't think they'd ever be seen as a leader.
You are a leader in some way or another.
This is Jesuit.
This is Jesuit.
This is Jesuit.
This is SI.
Hello, I am SI Performing Arts student Margaret Dresselhaus, class of 2020, and here's your winter and spring 2020 SI Performing Arts calendar. On January 24th, it's the SI Performing Arts Festival, showcasing our programs to a school-wide assembly in McCullough Gym. On January 31st, in the Choral Room, it's the SI Piano Recital. On March 5th and 6th, in Wiegand Theatre, it's the Cabaret Showcase, celebrating the youth of Broadway. On March 26th through April 4th, in Bannon Theatre, it's the annual spring musical, Pippin. This Tony Award-winning musical follows a performance troupe's story about a young prince on his search for life's meaning and significance. Following the spring musical, it's the visually dynamic Senior Dance Showcase on April 23rd and 24th in Wiegand Theatre. And on April 29th and May 1st in Bannon Theatre, it's the Spring Pops Concert, featuring the SI Orchestra, Jazz Band, and choirs. For more information, additional performances, and tickets for all events this winter and spring, log on to siprep.org and click on Arts. That's siprep.org and click on Arts. Plus, don't forget to follow us on our new YouTube channel to see past performances and live streaming of our shows. Just search for SI Performing Arts. That's SI Performing Arts on YouTube.
Hello, I'm Bill Gotch, Director of Summer Programs at St. Ignatius. We have exciting things planned for you this summer. SI Summer Programs are proud to offer multiple sports camps from basketball to baseball, football, volleyball, and even badminton. We also run a middle school during the summer for rising 6th graders, 7th graders, 8th graders, and 9th graders. Some of our activities and camps include cooking camp, engineering, robotics, and even photography, as well as many more popular camps. For more information, visit us at siprograms.com. Registration dates for all camps and academic programs begin on February 4th.
Do you know SI? Do you know that St. Ignatius has 66 teams in 15 sports and 90 clubs and performing arts activities for students? Some of these activities include dance, drama, choral, orchestra, digital video production, and a business club that has visited Google, Facebook, and with the president of the Golden State Warriors. Our yearbook, The Ignatian, started in 1910, and our student newspaper dates back to 1920. Do you know that the average class size at SI is 24 students, with more than half of our entire student body being students of color? And affinity groups like the Black Students Union, the Association of Latin American Students, and the Asian Students Coalition have been part of SI for 5 decades. Do you know that SI has students from 7 Bay Area counties with over 100 grammar schools represented in each class? SI is in the top 1% in the nation in advanced placement programs and has 99 AP National Scholars. An SI student's average score on the SAT is 1280, and they are in the top 80th percentile in the country. Do you know that 93% of SI students participate in the Spiritual Retreat Program, and SI students spend 50,000 hours serving others every year? This year, we will distribute $5.2 million of financial aid to 24% of SI students, with the average grant being $13,500. Do you know that the SI Magis program provides academic and cultural support to SI's first-generation college-bound students? And the Father Sauer Academy is our tuition-free middle school that serves students of all faiths from low-income families. Do you know upon graduating from SI, the members of the class of 2019 were awarded over $35 million in college scholarships? Do you know SI's Girls Who Code Club and the robotics team are helping prepare students for today's workforce, and that these clubs are mentored by adults and SI alumni currently working in tech? And the SI Alumni Network has over 17,000 members spanning the globe. I'm SI teacher, volleyball coach, and former Magis student Jen Curtin, SI class of 2004. To learn more about St. Ignatius, log on to siprep.org and click About. That's siprep.org and click About.
And back here at J.B. Murphy Field for some second half action of boys varsity soccer between the host St. Ignatius Wildcats and the visiting Sacred Heart Cathedral, Fightin Irish. We're joined now by St. Ignatius girls soccer player Jocelyn Wong. Jocelyn, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having me.
You guys had a pretty exciting game earlier in the day. Nice 1-0 win.
We did indeed. Honestly, I was scared that because it was like 14 minutes, 8 minutes left. It was still 0-0. I was concerned that we weren't going to be able to get a goal.
And when did that goal come? It was within the last 5 or so minutes of the game,
yeah,
wasn't it?
I think it was like in the 75th minute with like 5 minutes to go.
Wow. Exciting times. We have an exciting one in front of us now, too. Just started the second half here. 1-0 the Wildcats lead after a goal in the 18th minute by Reed Polino. Irish with the ball now. Going to be Jonah Bistakill going to throw it in. There's Nathaniel Head with it being guarded by Curtis Robinson. Dylan Rogers now, he's going to go down. Going to get the call there. It's going to go against Evan Kwan, the junior. So, Jocelyn, I'm sure a lot of listeners may know a new coach this year, first-year head coach for St. Ignatius girls soccer team.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about your new coach.
So our new coach, his name's Tom Atencio, and it's his first year coaching here at SI. He is a club coach for SF Elite Academy, which is one of the bigger clubs in like the Bay Area. A lot of players on both sides, SI and SH, play for SF Elite Academy, and he coaches the 04s and 05s for the club. So he knew Stella, our freshman on the girls varsity soccer team, coming into the season.
He takes over for, I believe, Carlos Escobar, who coached for several years here.
Yeah, and then last year we had Tracy Ham, who's now at UC Davis, who coached at SF State for a while, a couple years.
Here the Wildcats now the other way, looking to go after the Irish goal. Zach Thomas still in there as the goalkeeper. The head coach for the Irish in his 6th year on the girls' side is Chris King, longtime assistant coach for his predecessor, Matt Nuttall. Matt Nuttall also, for many years, an English teacher at Sacred Heart Cathedral.
Seeing some great ball movement early here for the SHC. Liking what I'm seeing here. Yeah.
Nick Schneider joining us as well on the broadcast. Sean Lahan, our producer and engineer, class of 87. Irish back in action here. Declan Petanker on defense there, guarding Declan O'Flynn.
And Declan Patankar, he is truly like the heart of that SI defense. I was talking to junior Evan Kwan, number 25, and he was telling me yesterday that Declan is their best player.
Declan, one of the many seniors on this Wildcats team. They celebrated Senior Day earlier today, as we had mentioned.
Oh, yeah, nice ball movement.
That was O'Sheen Murphy there. He's going to get called for one. Go back the Irish way here. Wildcats don't want to let that rattle them.
Yeah, I mean, this SI defense just fantastic. I mean, they've not let any goals today yet and just blocking the ball well, you know.
Sure have a lot of weapons on defense there, some that just really lock it down. Declan Petanker, you mentioned him, Jocelyn, and Some others. Reed Polino plays good defense. Tim Powell's playing very, very well.
I like the hustle I've seen from Tim.
I don't know if I see him out there on the field right now, but I'm sure he'll be back soon.
He is right next to the ref on the left side, number 5.
The Wildcats ball here.
Nice ball from Luca Ornstill, senior.
Evan Kwan with it now, being guarded by Dylan Rogers of the Irish.
That's a nice ball from Evan. To who looks like Bruno Chapman on the left side.
Now the Irish not wasting any time. About 5 minutes into the second half here. Into the 46th minute.
It's a good look from Luca Ornstill trying to find number 14, Curtis Robinson.
Irish to throw it in here. Isticle gets it to Dylan Rogers. Rogers double teamed there nicely by Wildcats, playing good defense.
Yeah, I mean, man, this has been a crazy physical game. I mean, there's been no lightheadedness here.
Ellis Brenneman with it now. Passes over to Kean Jones. Irish looking to get Kean Jones really going here. He had some pretty good touches earlier on in the game.
And that was a good ball to number 6, Jonah, over there. He was just floating on the flank there, and then they found him.
Jeez, look at how physical this is. I mean, it's crazy, man.
A lot of contact on 3 straight plays and no calls here.
Declan O'Flynn is still on the ground.
Irish do have a man. Irish do have a man down, as you mentioned. Yeah, Declan O'Flynn.
Oh,
looks to be in real pain.
Yeah, it doesn't look so good.
That's what happens sometimes when you get 2 physical teams going, especially 2 rival teams in a high-stakes game.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes injuries just do happen, and it sucks, but, you know, it's just life.
Shots on goal so far in the game, 9-9. Official statistician Sean Lahan brings us that stat. It's like Declan O'Flynn is up on his feet and walking now. That's good news for the Irish.
Yeah, I mean, that's nice to see. Never want to see someone, you know, get badly injured.
He's going to come out of the game for at least a moment. SI trainer is with him.
Long throw there by SH.
Back in again here. Ellis Brenneman passes out to Bisticle. We go out of bounds there. Mike Harrison gave it his all on that one. Declan O'Flynn actually is going to stay in the game here.
Good D there from Joseph Patino, another senior. And actually, it's something interesting. Joseph, this is his first year playing SI soccer. He didn't go out for his first 3 years, and he's done quite well, getting a substantial amount of playing time.
How about that? And he's a senior?
Yep.
Oh, excellent.
Wow, I mean, that's actually incredible to think about.
Mikey's able to bring down
the other
ball
side
quite well. Finds Curtis Robinson.
We have an overshot there. Irish look to regain possession.
Way to track back. Bruno came all the way from the 4-yard line, tracked back to win the ball, but SH is back with it.
Irish have it here. We'll have a whistle and a play stoppage. 30 minutes to go here in the game now.
I mean, the refs today, they've been allowing a lot of contact. It's kind of surprising to see. Usually you don't see that.
I think you're right. And a lot of WCAL kind of officiating crews, they tend to be a little bit careful about really going after the contact, making sure everything gets called. But in this one, they're really letting them play. I would bet you the teams appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, that can be good and bad. I mean, but it's always nice when, like, you can be a little physical and sort of,
As long as it's consistently called on both sides.
Right.
Yeah.
I know it was a little frustrating in the girls' game when the refs were they seemed to call a lot of soft fouls for SH, and it wasn't really consistent for our side, or at least we felt that way. So it's great that the reffing crew here today for this game seems to be doing a great job.
The other side, Curtis Robinson with it. He's had a couple breakaways there, guarded by Bisticle. Inside shot.
Nice chance there for the Cats.
Knocked away. Ball, I believe, is still live. Irish have a player down. That's Connor Coyle. Now back up to his feet, but in a little bit of pain. Like the other way, Devin McNamara Pittler kicks across to Dylan Rogers.
But Tim Powell was there to clean it up.
But Tim Powell and Dylan Rogers make a great matchup there, don't they?
Definitely.
Two really high-caliber athletes going at it.
And that can make for a great showing as well.
Tossed in here by the Irish to number 11, Nathaniel Head. Ellis Brenneman to Dylan Rogers. Inside there to Bonneville.
Yeah, and you can see this Irish offense is really hoping to get a score right here so they can tie this game up and hopefully get on that road to their first WCAL championship.
That's something that head coach Mike McNeil was really gunning for all season long. He knew at the conclusion of last season that it was going to be a real possibility this year. Irish coming off a back-to-back CCS Division II championships. Now back the other way here. The Irish, that one's going to go out of bounds. If you remember 2 seasons ago, back in February of 2018, the Irish actually seemingly lost that CCS championship game 1-0. Then it was determined that there's a pass inside. Story to follow.
Nice punch by Jack Shelley there.
Knocked the way Killian Full, and that one's going to go out into the bushes. Kennedy found out that the team they had played against used an ineligible player, and they had to forfeit that title. So the Irish were by forfeit declared CCS Division II champions. Then last year they won it outright down south by a score of 2-1.
And that always feels good when you win big games like that, and it can always sort of ignite the fire in your team.
Here's a toss in. A trickle out of bounds.
On the other
hand,
the
Wildcats.
This Cats team suffered a disappointing CCS quarterfinal loss last year here on J.B. Murphy Field. They were the number 1 seed, and the other team, Branham, I think, was able to beat them 1-0.
Yeah, and that can also make you hungry to win another, championship and make you sort of ready to, go on the next season.
Definitely, especially since they won the league for the past 3 seasons consecutively.
I think you're right, Nick. They're out for blood this year, especially head coach Alan Downey. He had not forgotten that, the way that season ended last year. Really winning the WCAL is one of the hardest things in the league to do.
Definitely, because each team comes out differently every single game, and any team can beat any other team on any given day. So, and that's true across almost all of the WCAL sports.
Absolutely. And then you have to move on to CCS, plays a whole new slate of opponents. Other times that can work out in your favor because you're so battle-tested from the WCAL.
Just yesterday, the Valley Christian varsity boys basketball team beat SI here at in McCullough Gymnasium, and apparently they hadn't won a game all season, so that just goes to show you that any team in the WCL can bring it.
Corner kick here by the Irish.
Yeah, and
knocked
also
away there.
Yeah, and also, I mean, that can make the refs, really want to ref these games because they know that they're going to be reffing an exciting game with two great teams across every single sport in the WCAL.
Mentioned Jocelyn, tough game last night for the Wildcats boys basketball team, but
on senior night.
On senior night. Week before that, they defeated the previously tied for first place Archbishop Mitty Monarchs by 1 point, 55-54 right here on Bob Drecker Court.
Right, and they had defeated Valley Christian by 30 points apparently in their last meeting, so it was quite a disappointing loss.
Yeah, quite disappointing and deflating.
Valley Christian head coach Mark DeLuca, formerly of Berkeley High School, he's a very good basketball tactician. When he could get his players to buy into it and everyone's playing at their highest level, they could be a pretty dangerous team. Wildcats get this one in. Irish looking to regain control. Declan O'Flynn goes after it for the Irish. Now to Bonneville. Double team there. Nice defense by the Wildcats.
And there's Declan Patankar there to clean it up.
Like the other way, approaching midfield. Irish look to get that one. Connor Coyle again. Connor Coyle is kind of getting thrown around out there. Irish to throw it in. It's going to be Kean Jones gets this one in.
And he has a long throw, and the Wildcats know it, so they've dropped back.
Fighting inside. Way to get it away there by the Wildcats.
Yeah, that was a nice big
nice
kick right
clear
there.
From Luca Ornstein.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that could have been very bad for the goalie. Very embarrassing moment.
Almost a disaster there for the Irish. But they looked death in the face right there and were able to drive around it.
I bet you they all were breathing a sigh of relief after that.
You really don't see that too much from a experienced, especially WCAL soccer team, and that was almost a...
I think it helped that Luca Ornstill just blasted it for the clear there, and so that just led to a quick counterattack.
The Irish will take a corner kick there over what could have been. Wildcats still threatening here, but the Irish look like they are getting into their rhythm. There's Connor Coyle, pass across the field to Bonneville. Bonneville now looking for Declan O'Flynn. Wildcat goalkeeper comes out to go after it. Irish looking for a call, and nothing yet.
I mean, honestly, though, right there, that was lucky for the goalie. He could have gone around the goalie and punched it right into the goal. Lucky a disaster there didn't happen, honestly.
Absolutely could have had a tie game there very quickly. Approaching 20 minutes to go here in this game. It's getting more and more physical by the second here.
Definitely.
I mean, it does make for very entertaining for us to watch, though, honestly.
The Irish really looking for a foul call there. Did not get one. See if they can recover what they could do on this corner kick here. That's Brenneman in the corner there with the left foot. Going to get it in. Irish threatening, and there's going to be a goal for Sacred Heart Cathedral to tie the game 1-1. That was Declan O'Flynn with the left foot off the header there.
I mean, that's got to feel good if you're SHG to finally get that goal and tie the game.
And the Irish there, the ball just bounced around a little bit. They flicked it to each other, and then Declan O'Flynn was able to find the back of the net.
Gee, and you could see how loud that away crowd was here at SI. I mean, geez, if you have a crowd that loud, that can really support a team and make them feel good as well when they score.
And that's why these rivalry games are so fun, because these two city teams, they get their fans out to the games.
Yeah, definitely. The crowd can play a huge part.
Two great fan bases here, the Fightin Irish and the Wildcats. Longtime rivals, always such a blast when these two teams get together.
A lot of time left in the game still. Anything can still happen.
Absolutely. We saw this happen over at Beach Chalet on January 22nd. Right after the Irish scored, the Wildcats were in the net within the next 4 or 5 minutes.
Right.
So the Irish do finally break through after really attacking that net for much of this second half, and then halfway through the second half, they find the net.
This is going to make this second half much more exciting. And the fans are going to get way more into it, especially as this half comes to a close.
Yeah, and that could make a big difference and play a huge contribution as well.
Here are the Irish again. Wildcats looking to tighten up their defense. That would be an understatement. Corner coil to Declan O'Flynn.
Yeah, I mean, for a defense that was so good for almost 3/4 of this game, that's gotta really put them in check and make them want to make sure that they don't take the lead here late.
Certainly. Left side, Irish goalkeeper is going to get out there and dive on top of that one. Give credit to Zach Thomas, reading that one very well. Ellis Brenneman passes out to the right. Kean Jones now back to Brenneman.
Great ball there.
Long pass out there to Donati. Donati goes back out. O'Flynn, another shot there. Going to go just wide left.
And he kept it on the ground and towards the corner, so that was a really great look there from Declan O'Flynn.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. That was lucky for the goalie as well that it didn't go just a few inches to my right.
Corner kick here for the Irish. Bonneville now on the left side of the field.
SH is really turning up the pressure on SI. They could be looking to score. Their second goal could come quickly.
There's a home run kick there by Kean Jones.
I mean, wow, that went far.
Way out to the very back of Jack Wilson track, only on one bounce. We'll go the other way here to the Wildcats. Jack Shelley's just looking for a ball. He's got one now. Now the Irish and the Wildcats will regroup. 16:30 to go here in this game. 1-1 is your score. Left-footed kick goes to midfield and a little bit beyond. Going to get called there is Mike Harrison, I believe, putting his hands there on Connor Coyle.
I'd say that was a tough call. He kind of soft, to be honest. He barely wrapped his arms around the player, but I guess the ref is going to call it a little more strict.
That's one that could have gone either way, and possibly maybe getting later in the game, he wants to tighten up some of those borderline calls so it doesn't get too far out of hand.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be careful.
Ooh, good find.
Irish coming the other way, Declan O'Flynn.
Yep, looking for Declan O'Flynn.
Nice defense there by Curtis Robinson. Dylan Rogers will take the throw in. Passes into Declan O'Flynn. Nice pass there by Rogers, but good defense there by the Wildcats.
Joseph came out to block the ball, and it went all the way, like 40 yards, to Mikey Harrison, who was looking for it.
Patino seemingly came out of nowhere there for the Wildcats.
Right.
Knocked it away.
Yeah, he just punched that thing halfway across the field.
And honestly, he didn't even really use his foot. He just kind of blocked it with the outside of his leg. Great play.
Got good momentum on that one. Will be an Irish ball here, kicking left to right. is Devin McNamara Pittler out to Connor Coyle. Coyle gets it to midcourt and beyond here to looking for Declan O'Flynn. Going to trickle out of bounds there. Back to the Wildcats here. Inside 15 minutes to go here in this game. This one will go out beyond and out of bounds off the head of a Wildcat defender. Possession to the Irish. Kean Jones will throw this one in. O'Sheen Murphy's going to pass this one, and it's like Coyle went down there, but was able to get a foot on it. Wildcats threatening here. Good Irish defense here, but the Wildcats still have a chance. Now going to be knocked out about the 30-yard line is on the marker on the football field. Back here to the middle.
And that's Declan O'Flynn to Dylan Rogers.
Dylan Rogers on the left side being guarded there.
Nice little footwork there from Rogers.
Guarded there very nicely by Ornstill.
I mean, now you can see how each team is just almost desperate to get a goal. I mean, this late in the game, each team wants to win.
Neither team wants to fall behind, that's for sure.
Yeah, that would not be good.
Jack Shelley's going to get it across. Wildcats looking for something to develop here, but Irish going to get in the way of that. It's going to be out of bounds there on Connor Coyle. Wildcats retain the possession. Wildcats to throw it in here.
Looks like Mikey Harrison with the throw to O'Sheen Murphy. Finds Luca.
Good arms by the goalie there. Way to reach up and snatch that ball out of the air.
Shot on goal there by Luca Ornstill. Snagged out of the air by Zach Thomas. Devin McNamara, Pittler. Across to Connor Coyle. Up to the left side now. Chance for the Irish. Wildcats still playing good defense. Kean Jones. The middle, Declan O'Flynn back up top to
nice
Bonneville.
Little chip. Declan O'Flynn almost got on the end of it there.
Nice save in the end there by Jack Shelley. Going to be tossed up there. And back to the Irish defender, Zach Thomas. Going to get that one across. Overshot Dylan Rogers a little bit. Irish able to recover. There's Dylan Rogers to Declan O'Flynn. O'Flynn passes to Bonneville. Bonneville goes down low to the right side.
Nice shot
shot
there.
on goal on the left with the left foot, but goes just wide, left, and high.
Another big relief for the Wildcats right there. Do not want to see a goal go in the net on that end of the field.
Now there's just about 10 minutes left in this rivalry game, so we'll see if any team can capitalize on their chances, put one in the net.
Here the Irish back the other way. Chasing that one down is Pittler. Again, ends up in the hands of the goalie.
And now it looks like Sebastian Rodriguez Jr. is in the center forward spot. He almost got on the end of that one.
Here's McNamara Pittler. Gets across midfield.
Guarded heavily by O'Sheen Murphy.
Going back the other way here. Pittler gets it across again into Bonneville. Bonneville, good defense there by Evan Kwan, among others for the Wildcats. Here's Dylan Rogers. Rogers pass inside. Could be just a little bit too hard there.
Again, good snag by the goalie right there.
And if SH is able to play the ball more wide as opposed to more vertically and allow their forwards to get on the end of those balls, they can be very dangerous.
You had a man down there that was Killian Folan, rather.
Jeez, Evan Kwan with that big slide tackle right there almost.
The Sitkill saves it there for the Irish for the moment. Be a tough one to run down there by Donati. Going to get there and pass inside. Header there by the Irish, Killian Folan. Into the hands of the Wildcats goalkeeper. And nice play there by Jack Shelley.
On the previous sequence, I was a little surprised to see that when both Oisin Murphy and the Irish player went down, the ref said play on. So it was either advantage or he's just not calling those types of plays. So
looks like here we have Bissicle and Robinson battling it out. Gonna go back to a possession Irish.
And we'll see what the Irish offense manages to do on this possession right here.
Zach Thomas still with it. He's going to kick it out to Devin McNamara, Pittler. Pittler back to Thomas here. Irish now seem to be slowing things down a bit, approaching 8 minutes to go.
And number 2, Connor Coyle's just slashing through the middle of the field here. Ooh, tries to find Declan O'Flynn there, but Declan Tankar was able to get on the end of that. Now it's Oisin Murphy driving up the field.
Irish going to be called for one here. It's a yellow card.
On number 12, Killian Folan.
I mean, yeah, sometimes it's just too much.
Folan's got to be careful on those ones.
And now senior Nathaniel Head, number 11, is on for Killian Folan at the moment. We'll see if he'll get back in on the next stoppage.
Approaching 7 minutes left here.
Great ball.
Big kick here for the Wildcats.
And Zach Thomas is able to scoop that one up, diving for it there at the end.
Diving save there by the Irish goalkeeper. Back to the middle here. Ellis Brenneman receives the pass from Alex Bonneville. The left hand. An offsides call there on the Irish.
And even if that wasn't an offsides call, nice job by the goalie grabbing that ball right there, preventing anything from happening.
Yep, and now Jack Shelley's going to take the kick. And it looks like Killian Folan is getting ready to get back in.
Yeah, he figured he wouldn't be out for too long.
Definitely.
And we have Curtis Robinson to the right there.
Now we'll see if the Cats can capitalize on this corner opportunity.
Going to be one in the corner coming here, and guess who? Luca Ornstill heading out there to do what he does best.
For the past 2 years, Luca has been playing incredible balls. That's his specialty. And I don't think it's an interesting point is that I don't think he played for freshman and maybe even sophomore year. He was focusing on his club team, and so. But yeah, he's come into this SI soccer team and done tremendously.
Massimiliano Donati did well for the Irish there to knock that one out. So we'll change possessions now back to Sacred Heart Cathedral.
Now Killian Folan is back in the game for SH.
Big kick out here by the Irish. There's Brenneman to Jones on the right side. Jones going to try to run this one down. Going to go out of bounds here at the hands of the Wildcats.
Dang, all the way onto 38th Avenue there. Wow.
38th is taking a beating today.
Declan Pitankar did a great job there to prevent the corner. That would have been bad if SH was able to get a scoring opportunity there, but instead they have a throw-in. Kean Jones, though, can throw the ball pretty far, so it is kind of like a corner opportunity, and SH nearly able to find the back of the net there.
Sure had a chance there, but did not materialize. It was off the head of Kean Folan.
And now there's under almost just 4 minutes left in this game. We'll see if either team can put it in the back of the net.
The way both teams were playing, I don't think either one would be necessarily satisfied with a tie. I think they want to win.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it always feels better to win, too.
There's Dylan Rogers, the left foot, going to kick that one out. Possession of the Wildcats. The crowd might be getting a little restless here on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, they want to see action, and we haven't really seen much for the past 2-3 minutes or so.
Going to be thrown in here by the Wildcats. Peter Mahoney gets it in. Dylan Rogers there to break that one up. Dylan Rogers out to Declan O'Flynn. O'Flynn some nice footwork
fancy
there.
Footwork there from O'Flynn. But now it's Declan Pitankar once again to clear the ball for SI.
There's McNamara Pittler for the Irish, Connor Coyle.
As Sebastian Rodriguez gives chase and fouls the SHC defender.
Sebastian Rodriguez had his hands on him there. Gets called for a foul. Big kick here for the Irish. And there's a goal there. Number 8, Alex Bonville scores for the Irish to put them up 2-1 in the 77th minute.
And I was just going to say, that was a dangerous ball that SH put in. It was on like the 2-yard line, and so it was just a little tap back. And then Bonville was able to smash it into the back of the net.
Yeah, and I mean, that'll put some major pressure on the Cats here with only 2:17 left, 2:16 now left to
see
score
how
a goal.
they can respond.
Yeah.
No kidding.
We'll see if the ref adds any stoppage time.
So the clock is stopped at 2 minutes now. 2-1, Sacred Heart Cathedral with a newfound lead.
Two very exciting games so far today. And that's kind of what you expect with these rivalry games. They're going to be close, they're going to be tight, they're going to be physical. So,
yeah, and you're going to have the crowd getting into it as well, getting excited when any kind of action happens, and it's going to make for an exciting experience for the players, the coaches, and the fans.
Right.
And we'll see if the Cats can do anything here.
They got to act fast.
And here with just about 2 minutes left, the Irish tactic will probably be to play it into the corners, hit it long and far, and try to keep the Cats from gaining any sort of momentum.
Keep away, keep away, keep away.
Yeah, they're going to want to prevent anything from happening here.
Here the Irish now, Declan O'Flynn. Pass back up top there to Brenneman. Brenneman goes over to his left side for Donati. He pops one up to Dylan Rogers. Give Dylan Rogers credit on that last goal. He orchestrated a whole lot of that from his initial pass.
Now the Cats are advancing the ball up the field. See if they can make the most of the little time that is left. Bruno Chapman to Sebastian Rodriguez, who flicked it, but there's no one there, so.
Alex Bonville now hits that one out for the Wildcats. They're going to throw it in around where the football marker 30-yard line is, maybe about the 35. I got left side, Dylan Rogers. Declan O'Flynn.
Nice tackle there from O'Sheen Murphy, and he continues to drive the ball upfield. We'll see if he can make anything happen.
O'Sheen Murphy now passes to Evan Kwan. Behind him to Joseph Patino.
Nice ball there from Joseph. Reed Polino is on the end of it.
Sure was. We're at the 30 now.
Oh,
here's
puts
an
a
inside
great ball
shot.
in.
Oh!
Go out of bounds there behind the goal.
It's going to be a corner for the Cats, I believe. Yep.
I think you're right. A corner coming here, and
this is going to provide for a great possible scoring opportunity right here for the Cats. Let's see if they can get her done.
Time is ticking here. Luca Ornstill in the corner. Ornstill gets it in, ball's up, and into the hands of Zach Thomas, the Irish goalkeeper.
And honestly, that's probably going to be it. I think that the ref, in the next minute or so, is probably going to call it.
He caught that one and dove on it. Now, ball will be in the Irish hands, but he's going to kick this one.
Yep, ref looking at his watch.
In the neighborhood of Bruno Chapman there. Wildcats get it back to the Irish side of the field here. Seconds ticking away so very quickly here for the Wildcats.
Another win from O'Sheen Murphy. He's really proven to be quite effective in the last few minutes here. Orange still looking for Sebastian Rodriguez there, but now Bonneville's on it.
The Cats are trying for anything here.
And as expected, Irish plate trying to look for the corners there. Keep it away from SI.
Wildcats got to hurry it up here. They're still other side of the field.
Great ball from Luca Ornstill. And now that's a foul on Evan Kwan.
It fell on Kwan as he went up and made some contact with an Irish defender there that looked like it was number 9, Ellis Brenneman.
And now I'm just waiting for the ref to call it. It should be any second now.
Coming sometime soon.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for the Cats, this seems to be over. Trying to see if there's anything.
Oh,
just
this
maybe not.
O'Sheen to Peter Mahoney there.
Peter Mahoney passes back
to Patino.
To Joe Patino. Gets it across there, intercepted there by the Irish. Here's Declan O'Flynn. Gets that one across to Dylan Rogers. Dylan Rogers, O'Flynn, Rogers. Back up top there, Bonneville. Brenneman now. Chase down in the corner there, Killian Folan.
Declan Tankard did a great job there to, and the SH player there was grabbing onto Declan's back of Declan's jersey, so that's why he reacted in that way.
That was Killian Folan there.
Yep.
And to have another whistle here. That's against the Irish.
I mean, that can provide one potential last opportunity for the Cats. Let's see what happens here.
I think this is definitely going to be the last play of the game.
Comes down to this.
Yeah, ref looking at his watch.
Gonna get it out. Irish defender gonna get that one, the goalkeeper.
And that's the game.
And that'll do it for this game.
That is the ball game here at J.B. Murphy Field. Fightin Irish get revenge off a previous loss to the Wildcats. The same score the other way this time, 2-1, Irish over the Wildcats. Well, sure was an exciting game. Thanks for joining us for our doubleheader after a nice girls win 1-0 against Sacred Heart Cathedral. The boys fall to the Irish 2-1. We appreciate you tuning in. Have a great rest of your afternoon. And as always, go Wildcats.